Rotate Tana and Sa, which is Irete on the right or Sa on the left. It comes with Irai Ku. Ifa predicts that people will live long, but there's some very specific advice in order to make sure we live long. So Ifa says in this Odu, where should we even start? That we will live long this year if we can be sure that we do not promise more than we can fulfill. You see, Ifa spoke of a time when all of the frogs were coming from heaven to earth. Many, 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 many frogs. When they landed on earth, they actually landed inside of a big ditch. And you couldn't get out, they were stuck. So a few frogs were able to jump out and escape. And they went to go look for help to pull their other friends out. And they went to the owl's house. And it was Romula, and he casted Ifa, and he said, your problem actually will be resolved with Obatala, which is telling us, and this Odu Obatala is very important this year. I'll give you some other things on that. Anyway, the frogs then went over to Obatala's house, and Obatala wasn't there, but they were able to ask Obatala's helpers, please, we need your father's help, because a lot of our friends are stuck in this hole, and they can't get out. And then Obatala's godchildren says, well, what will you give us if Obatala comes to help you? And the frogs just quickly thought, and they said, we'll give you 200 elephants. Because they knew that the elephant was one of Obatala's favorite animals to be friends with. We'll bring 200 elephants. Well, obviously it's going to be rough for frogs to bring any number of elephants, much less. But anyway, the people there said, okay. So they, the godchildren went and told Obatala all about this, and Obatala then did his spiritual works, and he caused so much rain to be coming down. And the rain fell, and as the rain fell, it began to fill up the hole. And of course, when the water reached the top, all the frogs just jumped out. So then, the godchildren and Obatala says, well, okay, now where's our 200 elephants? And the frogs realized by that point they couldn't fulfill that. So they said, oh no, we didn't mean 200 airing elephant. We meant 200 orin song. You see, it's a Yoruba play on words. Airing elephant, orin song. They said, we meant to say we're going to give you 200 songs. And then they just started going, and that's what they're still doing today. So this is a way of saying, please don't promise what you cannot fulfill, because you will be asked to deliver on it. This can be a business, in personal. Don't overextend yourself. Don't say things that you think people want to hear. It's not going to work. Ifa says in this Odu that a lot of us are worried about and concerned and excited for and just thinking about the future. But there's a now to get to the future. Please make sure you prepare now to get to the future, because if you prepare for the future without taking care of the present, the future will not come. Or when it does come, it won't come the way you thought it would. Ifa says also, don't look to the past too much. Focus on the present. The present is the area we need to be focusing on. Very well. We have so many success plans, and we'll be successful, but we need to have more adequate preparation now to get to a successful future. Ifa says in here that we need to speak to our mothers, if our mothers is alive. And because as our mother is also very preoccupied with issues relating to the future. And we need to let her know everything will just be fine. We also need to make sure that our mother is well taken care of and has good health. Because if the mother does not have good health, it says she can easily pass away within 1 year in this Ifa. You want to make sure your mother, some mothers will pass away because of simple old age, but let's not do anything that's not, that's not called for. Let's not exacerbate the situation. Please tell your mother to take very good care of her health, and please assist her. Ifa says in Arote Tanatsa, we should avoid all conspiracies. In fact, this Ifa is called Arote Tanatsa. For short, Irete Sa. It means Arote Tanatsa. It means we witnessed a conspiracy and we became afraid and we ran away. That's what it stands for. So Ifa says conspiring against someone is a complete taboo in this Ifa. Do not plan any conspiracies. Do not take part in any conspiracies. Do not be around people who are conspiring. It's a plan to disadvantage someone. Of course, we can plan good things, but to undercut people in groups, Shouldn't do it alone, and shouldn't certainly do it with people. Ifa says in our Rote Taransa this Ifa that for all of us for the year, people, as Chief Popolo says, you may like it or you may like it, but please no eggs the whole year of any animal, of any bird, none at all. Because this Ifa says the eggs that we have are the eggs of sickness and trouble. And this Ifa, eggs bring you trouble, they bring you sickness. And Ifa says that it's better to not eat eggs. Please stay away from them and the foods that have eggs in it. I just feel we have to. It's so strong on the illness part. We don't need any more illness around us. We need health. So please, a word alone is enough for the wise, as we say. This Ifa also says, please do not drink alcohol. Okay, Arototana Sa, please do not use alcohol, and it says do not use drugs. So many people ask, Baba, is marijuana a drug? Yes, it's a drug. It's legal, but it's a drug. So alcohol is legal too, and if I was telling you don't drink that one either, please, again, a word for the wise alone is enough. Here, please avoid those. Ifa is very clear. Remember, this is Obatala's Odri. Obatala will be protecting us this year. Ifa said in here, anything that Obatala does not like, you should not like either. If you want the protection of your Rote Tan Ansa. If you don't want it, it's a free country. There's no problems that way. But Ifa says, for those who want to follow this, the best this has to offer, please stay away from those. Ifa says, please, no black or red clothing, because again of this connection to Obatala. It's very clear through so many stanzas. Ifa says here that some men are suffering from, how can I put it delicately? Failure to produce an erection. And Ifa says those issues need to be taken care of medically. And some women are suffering from frigidity. Either that their vagina doesn't open properly, or that it's not, sexually things are not proper with her. She also needs to get treatment. If there's any sexual dysfunctions of any sort, or any issues of infertility of that sort, they need to be attended to. They will not cure themselves naturally. And they'll be causing troubles between the couple. That's what Arototana Sa says. Ifa says in this Odu that we need to associate with good people. Please associate with good people and you'll succeed. If you associate with bad people, including gang members or people who are involved in criminal activity, the result will not be very pleasant. That's Arototana Sa. Ifa says in here that with this, we will have a nice and a blessed year. We should be feeding Obatala throughout the year. In fact, this Ifa says any problem you have, feed Obatala right away. Just feed Obatala. It's very important. Check with your Babalawo, your Orisha priest, or Ifa, Orisha, whoever it is who's qualified, and feed Obatala. This is for love issues, prosperity, family, business, whatever. Obatala needs to be fed by Otura Tukaa throughout the year for success. We'll be asking right now. Okay, let's ask Ifa about the Ebo material. If it's going to be 1 ewure and 32 snails. Sorry? Okay. Yeah, usually the person's hands will somehow show up there. It all happens. That would be it. That would be it. That's the thing we got. You're just holding the pieces, you're working on everything. Okay. Ebo, Ewurikan, one, bow material will be 1 she-goat and 32 lamb snails. And money. That's the order. And part of that, those snails is going to be feeding Obatala. It's just, throughout the year we should be doing it. Yes. And let's ask for a war now. This Ifa said many people are afraid of many things, and they need to not become so afraid. People need to be courageous. And offerable and be humble, and everything should work out okay for us. Jireku, ask for 88. Can you hear? 90. You need to throw it down, please. He's going to ask now. Okay. Now, we asked Ifad, and Woody accepted from the first day feeding, so we need to add right now 1 cola nut and 2 bitter cola. So I think we have the bail. Here it is. Perfect. Okay. And let's do a thing before we feed, where we divide, so we can have 2 Temple-Iretes here.
Yes.
And then we can feed one and leave some. And then, it means we'll leave this with the mission. Actually, can I substitute out these 2 ones? Sure. Just put it on. So are we, any questions anyone have here? Any questions? Since this will be set all the way around. Okay, so we can stay on camera for 1 minute, and we're going to now.
You said stay on camera?
Stay on camera, yeah, because we're about to film giving the obituary file.
Okay.
Can you kind of stay at home so you got the right thing you told. And we need to do a top brush for this one. I'm going to let you serve that, and then mix it.
I give only 3-5, right?
Yes, 2, and you can divide that in half. We'll give a boy a coat too.
No, I'm gonna move to the
Oh, man.
so that we don't make
You going back over there?
I just don't want to do it on this because it gets messy.
I'll let you get positioned, then I'll switch position.
But you stop, right?
Stop it?
Yeah.
Okay, my bad.